Hey guys, I am back, and today we are relearning how to trust ourselves. Okay, so the main thing that we have to do in order to rebuild trust within ourselves and then in turn trust in other people is to identify why we put our trust into untrustworthy people to begin with. Because there's always signs there, there's always indications that this person is not of your highest good, but sometimes we choose to ignore them because of feelings of loneliness, feelings of lack, and simply just wanting to have camaraderie and company. So sometimes we neglect ourselves in order to be a unit in a sense. So when you are going through life and you're trying to trust others, you have to be very clear not only of your intentions when you meet another person, but you have to be clear on your intuition as well. So strengthening your intuition is very important. Also knowing discernment, like knowing who to entertain and who not to entertain, because people's energy always gives clues as to who is trustworthy and who is not. But like I said, because we have these feelings of lack within us, we make excuses for people to make us in this situation where we don't really trust ourselves and then we don't trust other people. So when you're in that energy of not trusting yourself and not trusting other people, it makes you look at people always on the defense, So it can be very harmful to potential relationships that are actually genuine, because we always view them as, they might do something to harm you. So some people, as like a defense mechanism, because they've been disrespected so much in their life, what they do is they do it first in order to prevent them from getting that feeling on them, which not necessarily is the best defense mechanism, but it's just what people do. So when you are trying to rebuild trust within yourself, you have to recognize the pattern of people that you've trusted previously. Once you recognize that pattern and you really let go of all of the old energies, all of the old people, you start to understand why you trusted them in the first place. So, for example, I wanted love. Like just straight love. Like I didn't clarify nothing. I just said, God, send me love. So I got a narcissist and an obsessive person to love me. So because I was unclear, and because I never paid attention to the signs from the beginning, and because I was so headstrong in wanting just love, just flat out love, and not being clear that I wanted a genuine love with a genuine friend, and genuine love with someone for my highest good, I got someone on my vibration which was very low, very desperate for love, desperate for affection. But what I had to realize, and what I realize now, is that love that I've been wanting and the love that I wanted to receive was the love that I never gave myself in the first place. So it's hard for me to trust people right now, given the energy that I've been in for so long. So it's one of those things where we have to accept our part in the pain that we caused ourselves, because we were at such a low vibrational place, and we were in this state of desperation in a way to feel this feeling that we've been wanting, but we've been denying ourselves this whole time. So because we don't analyze ourselves and our feelings, what we do is we become targets to people in a way, because the one thing is our insecurities are written all over us, especially when we're in a low vibrational state. And that gives people the opportunity to come in, pretend, and take advantage. So in order to prevent that, what you have to do is really sit with yourself. What I do now is I sit with my ancestors and my guides, and I literally ask them, I'm like, who is genuine to me? They might be genuine to like promoting, because I have a business, be genuine to helping me with my business, but not genuine to me as a person. So I want genuine friends, genuine relationships in all aspects of my life. Someone who is always going to be there to assist, not necessarily that I need their help, but always there, coming from a heart space and operating from a space of genuine love and genuine friendship. So in order to get what I want to receive, I have to give it to myself first. And because, like I said, I've been in this low vibrational state for so long, it's taking time, and it's okay for it to take time. But one thing you can't do is rush into anything new, but still be open to accept the love and the trust that you deserve. So when you are in this state of transitioning out of a low vibrational state and transitioning into a state of knowingness and oneness, the one thing that you have to be very, very clear on is knowing exactly what you want, the exact type of person that you want to call through, the exact type of friends that you want. Because when you leave spaces to be blurred, you'll get options that aren't necessarily the best, but there's still options available. So the tricky part is that in my situation, I trusted someone who acted as a friend in a place that I worked at. Well, he didn't work there, but he was a customer there. But little to my knowledge, the signs were all there. Little to my knowledge, he was a friend of the enemies. So I trusted someone who gave me signs that they really didn't care. But because I wanted someone to care about me so much, other than, myself, because I did only care just enough in a way. So because I wanted that's what I got. I got someone who manipulated me, used me, and lied to me, and played both sides of the fence. So this person that I met while I was doing my job, he like I said, he presented himself very kind, very sweet. He presented himself as being like a genuine person, but now I look back at it, I stopped working there, and all that stuff happened with me quitting and everything. And it caused me to look back at myself, like the signs were always there, but because I kept wanting a genuine friend, I ignored them. I just put the red flags to the back because I still had someone by my side. So that is very detrimental to your trust, especially when you're trusting partners and you're trusting people with your body. It can be very detrimental emotionally and also physically as well, because having someone enter in your body that is not for your highest good, it causes a lot of things that we don't even realize visually is going on with our bodies. So when you are taking the chance to trust other people, you have to be very, very clear on what kind of people you want to give your trust to. So because I was not clear, again, I was not clear, I just said I just wanted literally a friend, I got a fake friend. And I got a lot of fake friends. So this is one thing that you have to really sit with yourself and sit with your ancestors, sit with anyone who you work with, and ask them for clarity as well. Ask them to show you who was actually a friend and who was not. Because I realized, when all this stuff happened, that everyone around me was fake, from family members to my ex to everyone that worked at my job. So, but I mean, I really didn't see them as friends anyway. So, so everybody was playing a role, but it was a role that I sort of casted for them because I didn't have clarity and because I didn't have the strength and the trust within myself to move forward with these high vibrational ideas. It was something that I always wanted and something that I always cherished, but it's something that I kept denying myself because I kept entertaining these low vibrational energies. So one thing you have to really get a clear grasp on is the people that enter our lives are a reflection of ourselves. The people that we allow around us are a reflection of ourselves and our vibrational state. So right now, I have nobody around me. I'm literally in such a good space mentally and physically because I'm giving myself that self-love that I denied myself. I'm giving myself the attention and the focus, and my business the attention and focus. So with that, I'm starting to trust myself more and trust my moves and trust my motives. And one thing you have to be very clear on is don't give someone too much of your trust. You have to make them earn it. So it's one thing to be kind to someone. I'm not saying don't just close your heart off and just, don't trust anyone. But don't give everyone every piece of you and every piece of your trust right away. Because it is something that people who are manipulators and users are looking out for in the first place. They're looking for someone who doesn't necessarily have the boundaries that others do. So as I learn and as I grow and as I find out more about myself, I try my hardest not to judge myself. Because had I had known who these people were and how they acted was just who they are, had I had known that, I would never been involved there. I would have never worked there in the first place. I would have just literally just kept doing tarot out of my car and just kept it pushing like that. But because I wanted to rush and I wanted to just get out of the home situation that I was in, it caused me to take steps back in trusting myself, because I personally wanted to leave so bad. So that's why I entered back into the strip club, and then all of this stuff, all of this chaos happened, but it was blinded by accumulating wealth. So it was like I was making money, but my emotional health was at being compromised in the process. So when you sacrifice pieces of yourself for things like money, and you sacrifice it for, acknowledgement, love, it really causes a strain on your emotional health as well. So when you realize that you are enough, that's it. When you finally realize that you are enough, your whole life changes, your whole perspective changes, the people you surround yourself around changes. And when you are in this state like I am, where you're literally transitioning out of your old life into a new one, you have to be cautious, but still have an open heart. I don't want people to think that being closed off is something that is required in order to protect your heart, because you can still give to others in a heart space. You can still give to others, but give with discernment and give with purpose as well. So one exercise that I like to do to rebuild trust within myself is just really sit with myself and just understand that the things that I put myself through were all lessons to get me to this point right here, which is a beautiful space. I'm safe. I have food in my fridge. I am living in abundance every single day. I'm beautiful, okay? And I have everything that I need. I wake up and I have everything that I need every single day. And that really makes me, has that drive to have that trust within myself, because I was actually looking for all of that, the safety, the abundance, all of that outside of myself. And that caused me not to trust myself, because I trusted others to give that to me. So now that I'm at this state where like I'm centered, I'm living in abundance, I'm living for myself, and I'm also in this space of creation, in this state of like accumulating wealth and accumulating abundance. It caused me to like skyrocket with the self-love and also with self-reflection. So when you are rebuilding trust, you have to understand that, you know, the past is in the past, and I know that, you know, emotional things do scar you, but you have to move forward in life with an open heart and with care for your heart the way that you didn't previously have. So one thing that I'm personally doing to rebuild trust within myself and have, you know, more strength in my heart is not only allowing myself to love myself more, but I'm allowing others to love me as well. So right now, I'm in a space where I can't really, I don't really date or anything like that, but I have an open heart and I'm open to the ideas of love that I know that I deserve. So even just opening your heart up opens up opportunities to come in. But again, when you want to trust someone new, you have to be clear with what kind of person that you want to call in, and you have to know the kind of trust that you deserve. I know that I deserve genuine love, genuine support, genuine friendship, and just genuine camaraderie, and a genuine friend that is not an ass kisser. I don't want somebody who's just going to be a yes man. I want somebody who will actually call me out on my bullshit and help me grow as a person. I don't want an enabler. I don't want someone who's just going to, like I said, be that yes man. I need someone who is actively in their process of growing as well and sees my growth and wants to help that journey along, because that's one thing that I want to help others do, and that's something that I've always done. Even when I was in that low vibrational state, I've always talked about growing and healing, but because I was talking about growing and healing and not trusting myself fully, it caused me to backtrack, and it caused me to get even more clarity on what trust is. So understand that the process is the process. So, and there's levels to self-love, there's levels to trust, just like there's levels to accumulating wealth. Like 2 years ago, I didn't have a car and I didn't have a home. So it's something that, but I was always living in abundance. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that is always steps to it. And I have to let you guys know that you don't have to rush back into friendships, especially old friendships that you've left in the past, and you don't have to rush into new friendships. It's okay if you are in this space like I am, where you're transitioning into a new life, and you don't fully want to open your heart up to other people. It's fine, but still have kindness in your heart and still be that light energy, because you have so much to give others and you have so much to be grateful for, that living in that energy of like wondering who's going to attack you, who's coming next, is not the best way to live. So I just ask you guys, if you're working on trusting yourself and working on trusting others, the one thing you can do is get your self-love up, because when you have so much love for yourself, the people who you were vibing with, the vibration that you were on, the lower vibration, they will not even be a option to you anymore, because you have grown so much. So one thing you have to realize is the people who we met in our past are a reflection of our lower selves. They are automatically a reflection of our lower selves. So as we grow and as we ascend, we have to let them go, and we have to let them meet us where we're at. We can't carry them up to this level of trust that we want them to have. They just have to either do it or fall back. That's really it. So when you're rebuilding trust with yourself, the growth is what's necessary to rebuild the trust. So analyze the situations that you've been in where you have trusted untrustworthy people and look at them as lessons of growth. Because the more you're angry and you harbor that anger and you harbor that pain, the more it's going to the harder it's going to be to open your heart up to genuine souls and genuine people. And that's one thing that I've noticed, because I was at a space where I thought I met a genuine person, but they only wanted to just siphon off of my business because they saw how creative I was. They saw, the energy that I gave off, and they literally just wanted my energy. So as far as trusting myself, I have to trust that not everybody in my life previously wanted to be a friend. Some people wanted to use me, but I have to know what I wanted from them as well. So what I wanted from that person was acknowledgement and security, but what I didn't realize is they were coming to me for financial stability because they saw how talented I was and they saw the things that I was doing and creating. So if somebody else is willing to be fake around you and fake nice to you in order to get something from you, that should be a sign like you are higher than you hold yourself, And that was a lesson that I really had to learn for myself, that I am a lot higher than I thought of previously. But again, it's because of the things from my past that I was feeling, the things and ideas that were literally engraved into my brain since I was younger, that not very kind people put into my head, because that energy was still lingering. I was still manifesting it in my life. I was still manifesting. So when you fully expunge your memory of everyone and you treat every negative situation as a lesson, that really helps you begin to trust yourself again, because I know how much it hurts to be hurt by someone else. And the last thing that I want is, beautiful souls being closed off to the world because somebody hurt them, or beautiful souls hurting people first because somebody else hurt them. I've been in both situations, and it's not something that necessarily brings me joy. I want to be in a space where I can be myself and attract like-minded people and people who have the same goals and aspirations for themselves, so I'm not carrying anybody as well. So I think I'm just going to leave you guys with that. I really don't have anything else to say with trust. So just keep working on opening your heart, keep working on self-love, and keep working on your personal growth and your personal goals. Because when you really sit with yourself, you don't understand how beautiful that is. Because a lot of people cannot sit with themselves. They can't. They always need a distraction because it's hard to, not one, take acknowledgement for your pain, but two, even sit with your life. And one thing you have to realize is the people who bully you have been bullied their whole entire life. Okay, their whole life. So this existence that they created, this bully energy, is just a defense mechanism so they don't get hurt again. So one thing you have to do is not only forgive your bullies, but you have to treat them as a lesson. So you can't close your heart off because someone who hates their life bullied you, okay? You can't do that because they are already in this dark energy because of people who have hurt them their whole entire life. So they play the bully role so that they won't get hurt anymore. So when you start attracting bullies and you start getting that vibration from them, you have to sit with yourself and realize, one, what do you resonate with them? What resonates with them? And two, you have to realize why you even called this energy to you in the first place. Because I feel personally that we encounter people who ridicule us and bully us because it's something that we're not seeing within ourselves. you know, and sometimes our bullies and our haters literally help us level up. Like I said before, they really do. They really help you see the things that you have to work on within yourself, because they're paying attention to you 24/7. They really don't have a life. They usually, like all the bullies I know, just sit on Facebook and talk shit all day. You know, so they're literally just analyzing everything about you. So what they do is really, they do the work for you in a way, because sometimes they show you things that you don't see about yourself. So one thing that I saw about the male bullies that I encountered was that I did not trust myself, and I gave my body away too fast to people who were untrustworthy. So those are two things that I really needed to work on. And those are things that I'm actively working on now. I've been celibate for months now. I don't even remember the last time I had some dick, okay? But it's really not anything to me right now, because I'm just pouring all of my energy into myself, and it's so beautiful. And when you do that, you, like, people realize, like, they can't fuck with you no more, you know? And it's a beautiful place to be, and it's a beautiful, like, state to be in. So I just want to let you guys know, continue to trust yourself, continue to believe in yourself as well, and continue to grow, continue to focus on your self-love, and continue to just fight for your right to have a happy life and a peaceful life as well, because you deserve it. If nobody told you that, you deserve it. Okay? So I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to see you later.